aboard for excitement with everyone's #1 train, Thomas the Tank Engine.
I'm Thomas. I run this branch line.
This delightful collection of award-winning videos takes you on a magical journey around the island of Sodor. It's an enchanting world where life is never boring and fun lies around every bend. Now you can be part of the adventure with Thomas and all his railway friends. There's cheerful Percy, James in his splendid red coat, the proud and strong Gordon, and the ever-faithful Toby. And don't forget the superintendent of the railroad, Sir Topham Hatt, who makes sure everything keeps right on schedule. Each video contains a variety of fun-filled stories that teach the values of friendship, working together, and the importance of trust and honesty. Every journey is one you will want to watch again and again. So get your tickets ready, hop on board, and enjoy stops like the classic excitement of 10 years of Thomas the Tank Engine.
You kept your promise, despite everything.
The humorous antics of Cranky Bugs and other stories. The heart-pounding adventures of races, rescues, and runaways. The whimsical fun of Make Someone Happy.
Well, bust my boiler, Thomas. What are you doing here?
And the toe-tapping sing-along fun of Thomas's Trackside Tunes. Bring the fun out of the roundhouse and into your house. Add all of these titles to your Thomas collection today.
The engines on the island of Sodor are good at different things. Gordon is a very good express. Percy is good at carrying the mail. And when Edward is not hauling freight cars, he is very good at being a back engine. When engines have heavy loads, Edward buffers up behind and helps push. But Edward is old. Some engines think this makes him unreliable.
Edward is a useless old steam pot, Gordon sniffed. He should be retired.
But he doesn't have tires, Percy said. Retired, said Thomas, means taken out of service.
And not a moment too soon,
said Gordon. And the other big engines agreed with him. But Percy was very upset. Later, his driver asked him why he looked so glum. Percy told him about Edward. The big engines don't think he's useful anymore, he said. Percy's driver saw Sir Topham Hatt and told him what Percy had said.
I will attend to the matter immediately,
said Sir Topham Hatt. Sir Topham Hatt had a plan.
The new loop line is completed, he said to Edward. I want you to teach Stepney how to run it properly.
But, sir, he asked, who will look after the freight cars?
Duck will do your work,
Sir Topham Hatt replied. When the other engines heard Duck was going to help them, they were pleased. Duck is very reliable, said Henry.
It makes no difference to me, said Gordon pompously. I don't need a back engine.
And he wheeshed away. Edward enjoyed working with Stepney. It was great fun delivering passengers to stations in the beautiful countryside. But Duck was not happy. The trucks were playing their silly games. Duck should play with other ducks because he's no good at pulling trucks. Quack, 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 quack. Hold back, they giggled. Duck found himself going slower and slower and slower. Halfway up Gordon's hill, his wheels stopped altogether. Duck was stuck. "Oh no," said his driver. "This is Gordon's line." Duck's guard phoned the signalman to warn him. "It's too late to switch Gordon to the middle line," said the signalman. "You'll have to flag him down." Gordon saw the guard. "If I stop on this hill, I'll never get started again," he said crossly, and he buffered up to Duck. Gordon tried to set off again, but his wheels spun and spun. "It's no use. We need a back engine," said the driver. "I'll send for Edward." Gordon was cross. Edward was excited. He was going to be the back engine for 2 trains. Edward cheerfully buffered up and the strange train set off. They chuffed gently into the station. "Look at that," laughed a boy. "The back engine must be the strongest and the best." Gordon was embarrassed. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Gordon. "You have said rude things about Edward. He proved today that he is useful, reliable, and very helpful." Gordon felt very ashamed. The next morning, Gordon apologized. "Thank you for helping me, Edward," puffed Gordon. "You really are a useful engine." "It's good to be back," Edward chuffed happily. Sir Topham Hatt's plan had worked. There was no more talk about Edward retiring.
Percy's Platform Peril. Sodor is usually a sunny place. However, it can't have its rainy days. This makes the rails slippery, causing all delays of the island. The engines in the shed expressed their worry, but James seemed to not care.
Haven't used my sands all morning. Not a speck. Maybe if you lot were more as, reliable as me, you wouldn't have to worry about you running out of that useless stuff.
You're not being very sensible, James. The sand helps us grip the rails, and it's downright dangerous to not use it.
But wouldn't we be safely up on sand?
It's still insensible to not use it at all. You can end up crashing into another brake van.
Besides, not like a little engine like you can hold as much sand as me.
Yes, I can.
Can't.
Can.
Oh, this isn't going to end well.
Fine then. Whoever can use the less sand by the end of the day wins.
You're on.
I'll still win though. Ta-ta!
James puffed away smugly.
I'll show him.
Dennis had shunted Percy's train at Wellsworth once he arrived.
I'll show him. I know what I'm doing.
Percy slid in quickly.
Whoa!
Watch it, Percy. Why weren't you using your sandboxes?
No reason, just, wasn't thinking.
It's best you use your sandboxes during these times. We're getting a fog soon.
I can figure things out on my own.
And soon, Dennis finished shunting his train, and he puffed off. Every engine he passed, he smugly stopped moving and let the trucks push him.
Go on, go on!
I'm just fine.
Don't slow down now, Caterpillar.
They chattered, taking advantage of his silly plan. He rushed through Elsbridge, going faster and faster. The rails were extra slippery from Elsbridge onwards. Through Henry's tunnel he went. Then he rushed past the junction to Doak's branch line. Then he saw Henry. He was pulling a goods train.
Bust my poppers!
He whistled frantically as he swerved into a siding right towards Tidmouth's platform. Thomas and Toby watched in amazement as Percy rocketed right onto the station platform. The smoke cleared. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Percy was stuck. Passengers flooded through the station and looked at Percy's surprise. Sir Topham Hatt heard all about it.
I thought you knew better not to post stunts like this, Percy. Platforms are for passengers, not engines. Once you're back on the rails and repaired, you'll be shunting in the yard until they can trust you again. I will speak to James later.
Percy felt ashamed. He drove past the theatre the next day and saw James being scolded by Sir Topham Hatt. Percy heard something about a plant, but that's a story for another day.
Every day's a good, good day for Thomas and his friends. Steady, 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 everybody's getting ready. The steam team leads the way. It's a very special day. It's getting better and better. Now everybody say hey, hey, it's gonna be a great day. Rocking and rolling, we're riding the rails in the noonday light. Shunting and a hauling freight, they don't wanna be late, they wanna do what's right. Wish, wish, woo, woo, they know what they have to do. They are a useful crew. It's a very special day. It's getting better and better. Now everybody say hey, hey, it's gonna be a great day. Wish, wish, woo, woo, they know what they have to do. They are a useful crew. It's a very special day. It's getting better and better. Now everybody say hey, hey, it's gonna be a great day. Now it's a very special day. It's getting better and better. Now everybody say hey, hey, it's gonna be a great day. It's a very special day. It's getting better and better. Now everybody say hey, hey, it's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day.
Sodo's always busy with jobs that must be done. Being really useful is not just what is fun. Hard work can be dirty with coal and dust and grime. But if we choose to work or play, we choose to work each time. There are jobs across the island, today we're on the quay. Loading this and shunting that like fish fresh from the sea. We might be in the quarry or pulling the express. Whatever work we're doing, we always do our best. Sodo's always busy with jobs that must be done. Being really useful is not just work, it's fun. Hard work can be dirty with coal and dust and grime. But if we choose to work or play, we choose to work each time. It takes a team of engines to clear snow from the track. But when you're building buildings, you'll need Jack and his pack. They're digging, tipping, loading, whatever duty calls. Filling holes with concrete or knocking over walls. Sodo's always busy with jobs that must be done. like to do it well. Sodor's always busy with jobs that must be done. Being really useful, it's not just work, it's fun. Hard work can be dirty with coal and dust and grime, but if we choose to work